cut across to some big breaking news that we have. An Air India flight is currently mid-air, has faced glitches. The Air India flight reportedly suffering from hydraulic issue is currently circling around Trichy airspace. Air India flight AX-B613 with 140 passengers is currently hovering over Trichy airspace. Ambulances and rescue teams are currently on standby. Now, the hydraulic issue we hear is a critical situation that can really pose serious safety risks to the operation of an aircraft. The system is quite critical, a critical component when it comes to aircraft's flight control and landing gear operation, as well as other important functions like brakes, spoilers, thrust reverses. Now, this is precisely the hydraulic system that has faced glitches with this particular Air India flight AX-B613 with nearly 140 passengers on board. It's currently hovering over Trichy airspace. Pramod Madhav, our correspondent, joining us for more on that. Pramod, some worrying news coming in with this Air India flight with 140 passengers currently hovering over Trichy airspace. Give us more details. We hear that there are ambulances on the ground. Rescue teams are all kept on standby. Where was this flight heading to?
Absolutely, Nabila. The flight number is AXB613. The flight is actually AXB613 and it has 144 passengers aboarded and it has left by 5:40 p.m. And the flight track happens like showing us it was supposed to leave from Tiruchirappalli and land at Sharjah Airport, but apparently due to hydraulic issues, the plane is still circling between Pudukkottai and Trichy area, and we also checked with the ground people over there, and we've come to know that there is no possible way to land it in anywhere near Pudukkottai, so the best place for it to land is in Trichy. However, our people also said that they are in constant communication with the pilot to find out if this hydraulic issue can be handled and if it can be resorted. So that's also happening as we speak. We've been told that the plane is having adequate fuel for now, but because it was supposed to fly all the way to Sharjah, still to the ground, everything has been prepared. Rescue team and quite a number of ambulances have also been kept on standby to make sure that no untoward incident occurs, Nabila.
You know, we're looking at right now some of the satellite images here showing how the flight is constantly circling. How long has this been reported since? And we hear that the plane right now is circling constantly above the Trichy airspace. What's the height at which, the altitude at which the flight is hovering? Any more details do we have from Air India on this?
Well, Nabila, for now, we've been informed that there are actually two ways to handle the situation. One is that while the time, if the flight is going to, this is the max option we are talking about. If there is no options left and if this hydraulic issues is causing the actual plane to it could be with the flap or it could be with the release of the landing gear on such. And if in any kind of such case, if it has to make a belly landing, normally what they will do is that they will completely empty the fuel. And there is two ways to empty the fuel. One is actually it can be released out, or they can actually circle around and they can actually dump, either dump the fuel or spend it. And apparently the district collector has currently informed that they are actually circling around the airspace to actually reduce the fuel capacity and make a landing, Nabila. And the district collector has also informed that situation is under control. However, the airport authorities, the rescue team and the medical team over there are on standby just to make sure that everything is under control, Nabila.
At this point, we're looking at visuals. Pramod, stay with us. We're looking at visuals of the Trichy airport, and from the latest information that we have here, the Air India flight is currently hovering around Trichy airspace so that they can reduce the fuel weight. The hydraulic failure on the Air India flight that's been reported. The flight right now going in circles over Trichy airspace because it seems like the hydraulic system has posed glitches. And let me tell you why it's so important and dangerous, considering that the hydraulic system of an aircraft really controls the flight's landing gear operation. So important functions such as brakes, spoilers and thrust reversers, all of it controlled as part of that hydraulic system, which now has an issue. I'm cutting across to the airport director who's spoken to India Today to give us a little more information. Let's hear it. We are going to try and get that reaction for you just a moment, but the information that we have here certainly worrying. There are ambulances that have kept on standby. Air India flight AXB613 with 140 passengers currently on board, hovering above the Trichy airspace. They have a hydraulic issue, which means that the landing controls have faced a problem. And it appears that the airport right now is fully ready for the landing of this plane. How soon would that happen? It's approximately 40 minutes is what is expected for when the flight can land. They are hovering over Trichy airspace to reduce the fuel weight. Now, what this really means, we're going to try and decode for you, but to try and reduce the fuel weight of the aircraft at this point to see if they can manage to land safely. The information that we have here is the hydraulic system has faced glitches. There are 140 passengers on board. Trust India Today to bring you every development there. We are, of course, continuously tracking the news as it comes. Let me cut across to our big story. In Karnataka, we're looking at the Siddaramaiah government, who's now initiated a probe against the ex-Yadurappa BJP regime on the COVID scam that they have found out through a judiciary report, a committee that was formed by a former justice of the High Court, Karnataka High Court, who's now come up with a detailed report almost implicating the previous BJP government under Yadurappa of corruption when it came to COVID management. An SIT team has also been formed by the current Siddaramaiah government to probe into these allegations. In fact, the allegations are quite serious. The SIT that is formed will now submit a report to Siddaramaiah based on that Judicial Commission's report, and it claims that nearly 7,000 crores worth irregularities that was discovered as part of the COVID-19 handling. They claim that there was corruption in procuring masks, in oxygen cylinders, in medications, and even in COVID testing kits. The Commission has now reviewed 55,000 documents from various departments concerned and claim that in every step of this COVID equipment procurement, there was corruption. Nearly 500 crores is what they want to recover. That's what the Karnataka government right now wants to do, claiming the cabinet subcommittee has also been formed, and that's headed by D.K. Shivkumar along with a whole bunch of ministers who are coming together now to probe these allegations of corruption during the COVID period. They want to recover 500 crores from these companies who may have been involved in the procurement. In fact, allegations also include, India Today has accessed that report here, claiming that irregularities worth 125 crores, particularly pertaining to RT-PCR testing, was pulled off. 31 crores wasteful expenditure on oxygen plant and medical equipment, as well as manpower irregularities worth 74 crores. Huge money and numbers here that we're speaking of and looking at this report. At this point, Karnataka BJP chief B.Y. Vijendra has hit back, claiming that this is just a diversionary tactic by the Siddaramaiah government to escape from the Muda case. Of course, this situation right now...
ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳನ್ನ ಬೆದರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಭ್ರಮೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂತೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹಳೆಯ ಕೇಸ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರೀಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದವ್ರನ್ನ ಬೆದರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ ಖರ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ಪಿಡಿಒ ಅವರ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಲಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ವಿಜೇಂದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋದು 1 ಅವರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಈ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇವರು ಯೋಗ್ಯತೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದವ್ರನ್ನ ಬೆದರಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಅವರ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಉಳಿತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಭ್ರಮೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾರೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದವರು. ಅದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆನರಬಲ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ is bound to resign. He will resign.
The government, after considering the interim report, has decided that SIT is to be constituted, and also the cabinet subcommittee to monitor the investigation and the actions that are initiated. This is one as regards decision regarding COVID-19 malpractices.
All right, let me quickly bring in our panelists here. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. We also have Nagaraju Yadav, Spokesperson and MLC of the Congress Party, and senior journalist R.K. Upadhyay. Sanju, over to you. Allegations are grave, scathing findings that this report has presented. The Dekuna Commission report that claims under B.S. Yediyurappa, the BJP government, a lot of money was swindled in the name of COVID-19 management. It's shocking, undoubtedly. How would you receive this? How does the BJP High Command look at it? How is the party dealing with this?
Let me put out a few facts for your audience, Nabila. Thanks for having me on your show. Point number one, it is the BBMP, which is a body which, is represented by elected city councillors from all across, Bengaluru. BBMP gave a contract of 124 crores and also gave a lot of money, by way of check/cash, because that time, during the COVID pandemic, the banking system was not absolutely 100% functional. BBMP gave money to Kidwai Memorial Hospital. The amount was 124 crores. Now, Kidwai Memorial Hospital, in turn, gave a contract of 119 crores to BMS, Bangalore Medical System, which is a private body. So the first point I'm making is that Kidwai Memorial Hospital, for all practical purposes, is an autonomous institution which had nothing to do with the then Basavaraj Bommai or the Yediyurappa government, goes ahead and gives a contract for procuring masks and other COVID-related equipment to another private sector body called BMS, Bangalore Medical System. Again, BMS has nothing to do with the BJP. Now, when there is a transaction between an autonomous body and a private sector firm, how is it that the BJP has been dragged into this entire quagmire? Point number one. Point number two, they always say that in case of money laundering or a crime that involves money exchanging hands, the trail of money is very essential. The Congress allegations are reckless. This amount of 5,000 crore, 7,000 crore, please tell us, where is the money trail that leads to the doorsteps of either Yediyurappa or the then Health Minister K. Sudhakar or the subsequent
That investigation has to happen. Sanju Verma, that investigation on that front hasn't happened as yet. This is the committee report.
You asked me a question, can I finish?
Right.
We've heard you.
We've heard you, Sanju. Let me also bring in. Go on.
Can I just finish in 30 seconds,
Go on.
Yeah. If you interrupt me, I'm not going to be able to speak. Please don't break my chain of thoughts. My final point is this. In the Muda scam, there is ample proof, and the allegations are not by BJP. It is a social activist called T.J. Abraham. In the Valmiki scam, the whistleblower P. Chandrasekharan committed suicide, and there's a money trail, and UCO Bank has actually leveled allegations at senior Congress legislators from Karnataka. So, just because the Aam Aadmi Party or the Congress decides that there was a scam, it does not mean that there was actually a scam that took place.
All right.
This is just a diversionary tactic.
Judicial committee that's presented a report which has detailed the layers of suspected scam that they've listed out, and I've just spoken of a few aspects. 125 crores that was swindled through RT-PCR testing, 31 crores wasteful expenditure when it came to oxygen plant and medical equipment. Allegations as per the committee. A report that has been presented. Manpower irregularities worth 74 crores. These are scathing allegations, and it seems like it's been worked on in depth. I'm going to bring in Nagaraju here. Nagaraju, we're looking at the Muda case and the growing heat on the Congress government, and right in time, here comes the COVID scam report. You had literally one whole year since the Congress government came to power in Karnataka. What stopped you from taking on and going into probing the COVID case when you had, during your election campaign itself, accused the BJP of corruption during the COVID-19 period? Why 1 year wait?
Okay, good evening, and thanks to have me on your show, and happy Dasara to all the people and panelists and your viewers also. Now the matter comes here, why is it taken 1 year's time as such? Basically, we have set up a judiciary commission is only on the recommendations of a PAC, Public Accounts Committee, which has come out with the facts of the matter by saying that AG's reports also there behind it, to say that the Public Account Committee has said that a lot of irregularities have taken place at the time of COVID-19 management by the then government, BJP government. Based on the PAC report, the government of Karnataka set up on August 25th, 2023, set up a commission headed by Justice Michael to look into this matter. He is nowhere connected to politics, nowhere connected to Muda, nowhere connected to any other cases.
He took 1 year to investigate.
Nabila, let me complete. Nabila, let me complete. You gave ample time to BJP. Let me complete it. Now, nobody can talk about politicalizing this issue or vindictive politics. Muda doesn't come in picture at all. These are all happened because the PAC also consists of opposition party members in the PAC committee. With that recommendation, when there is irregularity, it is the duty of the government to set up a commission to look into this matter. Now, the committee which is set up under the judge, Michael Dakuno, he has already given an interim report of almost 1,700-page report. In that, he says there are almost more than 7,223 crore rupees misappropriation has taken place. Now we have set up a committee by SIT and also a ministers committee headed by D.K. Shivkumar to get a transparent investigation to this matter. Because it's not only money as such, number of people have died in the state of Karnataka. The
we hear
Karnataka has been seen. I am not making allegation. Mr. Basur Yatnal, who is the leader of the BJP, has made an accusation saying that 45 rupees mask has been purchased for 485 rupees. It is not Congress leader who has made an allegation. It is same Yatnal who has made the former union minister of BJP has made such allegation.
Okay.
And today he himself has said 40,000 crores irregularity has taken place at the time of COVID. Not told by Congress, not
This is a report that's been presented and based on which an SIT team has been formed. Nagaraju, we've heard you and apologize. We're short on time. R.K. Upadhyay, a final question to you as a journalist who observes Karnataka. It's such a shame. My state, we are looking at mudslinging to this level where really they're after each one's neck. First came the Muda, now the COVID scam against Siddaramaiah, and now against B.S. Yediyurappa. How would you view this?
Nabila, I think, this COVID scam should have been taken up much earlier. As Karnataka people, we all know what a huge scam it was. And it would have been very appropriate if the Siddaramaiah government, as soon as it came to power, initiated this. But they didn't do it. They've taken 1.5 years to come out with a report, and that too, the judge, Dakuna, former judge Dakuna, had not even completed it. They forced him to give an interim report, and it all points out that they are up to just find out something against the BJP. It's most unfortunate that all these things have come out after the Valmiki scam, after the Muda scam. Why didn't they do it earlier? I mean, we all know that there was a huge scam in COVID time, and as we all have reported that, even during the procurement of oxygen and then the kits and all that, there was such a huge scam involved. Yeah. Why weren't the people concerned, punished? It's all because of, it's not just one party. You see, if you look at the BJP,
for the people of Karnataka,
so
I'm sure they don't know which way to look, who's more corrupt. Of course, allegations need to be probed for it to be proven. But from the face of it, it's just very disappointing that the tallest of leaders in the state face charges of corruption of this nature. Thanks very much, and I apologize, our panelists. We were very short on time today. But we will continue tracking this case as the government has now formed a subcommittee with a host of ministers to try and investigate into this COVID scam while Siddaramaiah faces the Muda scam investigation. Thanks very much for watching.